Um, I've been in a number of debates in my life, and taking on Trump, who is a bully, who is a liar, who doesn't even respect the rules of the debate, is very, very difficult. But I think Biden made a number of very, very important points tonight, while Trump continues to lie in an incredible way. Joe and I have known each other for a long time. I'm working as hard as I can to see that he gets elected. And I happen to think, and I think people saw this tonight, that in Donald Trump, we have the most dangerous president in the history of this country. Somebody who not only lies all of the time, Jimmy, but really doesn't believe in science. And I think you saw that tonight. Despite what he was saying about how wonderful and great the United States is doing in terms of the coronavirus pandemic, truth is we have the highest death rate in terms of that virus per capita of almost any country on earth. We have no national policy. We have a president who continues to reject science. That's true for the coronavirus. That is true for climate change as well. And what we need, and I think Biden will give us, is a government that at least listens to science and develops legislation based on science, not somebody who rejects science or makes fun of scientists. We have 90 million Americans who are uninsured or underinsured. We spend far more per capita on healthcare than the people of any other country. And we are the only major nation on earth not to guarantee healthcare to all people as a human right. That's a real problem. But I will tell you what has really surprised me is the cowardice of my colleagues, Republican colleagues in the United States Congress. With very few exceptions, very few, they have allowed themselves to be intimidated by Donald Trump. Look, and it doesn't give me, honestly, any pleasure to say this. You have a president who is, in fact, a racist, and he has been using race for a very, very long time in trying to divide the American people up. And this is who we have as president of the United States right now. And that is why, people say, well, Bernie, why are you supporting Joe Biden? You disagree with him on healthcare. You disagree with him on that issue. And the answer is that it is absolutely imperative that we get rid of the most dangerous president in the history of the United States of America. This is a guy who continues to say he may not lose office. You want to be shocked, Jimmy? What about learning that you got a guy in office now who says, well, maybe I will lose the election. So what? That doesn't mean to say I'm going to leave office because, as you know, everything is fraudulent. If I lose, by definition, the election is rigged. Think about that. That's what he said tonight and what he has said on numerous occasions. And the American people have got to make it clear. And I say this to Republicans, I say this to independents, not just Democrats. If you believe in democracy, if you believe in the Constitution and in the rule of law, Trump has got to go because he does not believe in those. I think at a time when so many people have lost faith in the political process, which is why Trump does as well as he does. People say, nobody really cares about me. Democrats don't care about me. Republicans don't care about me. Rich are getting richer. I'm getting poorer. My kid can't afford to go to college. I don't have any health care. I can't afford housing. Who cares about me? I'm just an average working stiff. If the Democrats do not come up with an agenda, and I'm going to work as hard as I can in the first 100 days, greatly expanding health care to make it clear that health care is a human right, not a privilege, raising that minimum wage to at least $15 an hour, making sure that women get equal pay for equal work, creating millions of jobs by dealing with climate change and transforming our energy system, making college available to all kids so that they don't have to leave school deeply in debt. If we cannot stand up for the working families of this country who are right now struggling so hard, people are trying to put food on the table, trying to feed their kids, trying to not get evicted from their homes. If we can't stand up for those people and take on the powerful special interest, then, the Democratic Party will have me to contend with.
So what do you say to, I see online people who supported you for president who say, I'm not going to vote for Joe Biden. He's not going to do the things that I want him to do. I'm going to write in or vote or vote for a third party or not vote at all. What do you say to those people?
Jimmy, I would say that that is a very, very serious mistake. You know, being political and thinking about things politically, you have to be tactical. And it's not saying, oh, I disagree with Biden, I'm not voting for him. Please understand that the very essence of American democracy is at stake in this election. The future of the planet is at stake with a president who rejects science with regard to climate change. The racial divisions in this country will only grow wider with a president who is a racist. And to those people who say that, let me just say this. I am in the United States Senate, and here's my promise to you. Remember, the president, at least Biden, will not be a dictator. We in the Senate and the House, we're going to develop legislation. And if I have anything to say about it, we're going to bring forth the most progressive legislation, standing up for working people, standing up for the young people, standing up for senior citizens, for our environment, for criminal justice. We are going to bring forth sweeping reforms that I think will allow the American people to regain faith in our democracy.